Hi, Dr. Janet Curcio Wilson here in southern New Hampshire on one of the only two potable ponds in the entire state, where I conduct eco-psychology and nature therapy for ages 3 to 103. There's nothing like being outside and being among the birds and the fish. And right now, quite a bit of the pollen, as you can see. There's a raft that's just about sinking. Yeah, it's amazing. That's quite a bit of pollen, all right. So, I was explaining about the Genesis story when I worked with Joseph Campbell on the Power of Myth in Grand Rapids, Michigan in 1982. He and I had our work featured at the Fountain Street Church, a monolith of liberal religion in the middle of the Bible Belt. And did you know 54% to 57% of the world follows the Genesis story? And Dr. Campbell talked about how the power of myth is that our origin story unfolds itself into our beliefs and values. We're no different. Look at us today. We're choking on having bitten from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, and we are struggling to figure out what is good and what is evil. The Pope, a monolith, a symbolic representation of all things good, is confronting our president in the United States for behavior that he considers to be appropriate, and Pope Leo considers to be evil. This is a man who is claiming to be the resurrected Jesus Christ. It's controversial, all right. Well, the important thing is we still have our ability to discern what we believe, each and every one of us. And now, this period in history and the work that I'm doing around Regenesis is suggesting we take a good, hard look at the Tree of Life and its representations in the Kabbalistic teachings, and we take a look at the Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil and where it has gotten us today. My doctoral dissertation analyzed this and found that the representation, the symbolism contained within the Tree of Knowledge of Good and Evil is very linear and logical and has gotten us to where we are right now. We keep thinking that only that which can be proven scientific is real. It would take lifetimes to research every nuance of everything in this incredibly interconnected and dynamic world that we live in. No sooner did we research something and then variables change, we'd have to research it again. So it's absurd to think that it all has to be scientific. Instead, I'm suggesting there's a need for a balance, and that our personal origin story is where to start. You know, those moments in our lives that have been woven together and have gotten us to where we are today, those significant events that we weave together and we tell each other, this is who I am. That origin story, that one, is the one we need to look at and begin to balance between the two trees. More on this later. Have a great day. Enjoy the sun.